Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're not new, my name is Sunny and today's reading is going to be about what transformation are you undergoing, or what transformations in the air for you, up in your energy. So we have three piles. Pile number 1 is on your left, pile number 2 is in the middle, and pile number 3 is on the right. So go ahead and stop the video if you feel like you need more time, otherwise skip to the pile selection in the comment or description, sorry. And I'll see you there. So I'll start with pile number 1. Okay. I'm really hoping they don't slide off because they have been sliding off the entire time I've been putting them here. So, okay, we have all reversals. Okay, so what transformations are you going? There's a lot of internal energy here that you're going through. So these things are not something that are going to be seen for everybody else to see. It's going to be something that's coming from within. Only you can feel it. Only you can. I don't think you're necessarily going to see it, but it's definitely something that if in time you decide to go ahead and put that energy out and reverse this, you'll have an idea more or less once I start going about each card. So we have the 3 of Wands reversed, 6 of Swords reversed, and 9 of Pentacles reversed. So first, the card with 3 of Wands reversed. So what transformation are you undergoing? You're going to see there's a lot of, I think you're going to expand your world internally. Are you going to look into, rather than looking out, because the three of Wands is looking out into the horizon, seeing what is being brought into them. It's more so, what are you bringing inside? What are you bringing let me rephrase that. What are you focusing on that's bringing you inside? There's many aspects that this can play as. You decide what this energy involves in regarding your circumstance, but I definitely feel that you're going to be being in your comfort zone. You don't have to look elsewhere. You're going to be having all your battles are within, where only you can see the big, not the biggest points in time, but the biggest perspective, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. The biggest perspective you're going to see is from where you stand internally with yourself. You might not be really focusing so much on yourself in the way where I feel like maybe this was you in the past, or this is you presently, but you're very much like a routine person trying to do all these things, right? Doesn't mean you're a workaholic. It just means you're going about your day, but you're doing it in autopilot mode. I feel you're in autopilot. You're not really trying to look at what's really bothering you inside, and the transformation you're going to undergo is basically forcing you to look within. You're going to look at all your progress, but it's going to be inside, and you're going to have to think. Wand energy is a very verbal, you're going to have to learn, if you do not know how to already, how to talk to yourself, how to approach yourself in ways where you feel comfortable and where you aren't stressed in a strenuous environment with yourself. I don't always feel that every single person. I think it takes certain people some extra amount of time and effort to really know how to talk to yourself without stressing yourself about if you need to if you have a to-do list, for example, or if you don't have the best self-confidence, or if you don't know how to approach other people. There's so many aspects that you can struggle with inside, but you're trying to avoid it. And that transformation is going to force you to really, take a good look at it and see how can you approach this. Put your thinking cap on. wand energy, wand energy, why do I say that? Wand energy, sorry, is going to make you have to put your air, if you don't have it, but put your air elements of the astrological chart into play. How can you think about it? How do you strategize? What is it that you're trying to reach? What is going to be your safe space? And how can you prepare yourself to be driven? Because once you end up doing this, like once you're doing your transformation, you can reverse these energies at any point when you feel ready and called to. So what are you going to do then? What's your plan of action? That's why Spirit is asking you to go ahead and figure out a way to learn how to talk to yourself and approach yourself in a much healthier manner than you possibly haven't been doing, or even trying to attempt to talk to yourself at all, because you're like looking elsewhere but yourself. Like I feel that you're the type of person who ends up focusing on everybody else's problems and you know how to fix them, but you're like, I'm not gonna look at mine. Yeah, I don't need to look at that. That's just very time consuming. And that's what I feel for this first pile, is that you're gonna have to learn how to stop yourself for a minute. If you want to see how you can expand yourself, you're gonna have to expand yourself internally, but you have to learn how to talk to yourself first. So that's what I feel with this card. And then with the second card, which is Six of Swords, I also feel that you're going to have to, for the reversal is that I just feel that you're trying to avoid this change. Not because you're necessarily scared of it, but because it's very mental. I feel there's a lot of mental energy here, and you're just, I feel it's not your forte, not saying that you're stupid or anything like that, but you just don't want to talk to yourself verbally. You don't want to approach that because you're so much more a physical person. Like, I need a routine, I can do this, I can talk to people, but I don't necessarily want to put that energy back to myself. I'd really just rather not. And I feel that you could also even walk away from your own problems because what's that? Your aversion. You have an aversion to yourself. For some reason, I think of Cancers with this card. In this sense, I know it's not. It's a sword. I know. I get it. Cancers would be a cup, but it's the presentation that I feel that I think of Cancers that way, where they have such good intuition of how people really undermine them when it comes to their working skills and how they process things, but they know how to. People always think, oh, Virgos are great at that, but I would say Cancers can do the same. They just know how to approach a situation, get themselves into a vantage point of knowing how to approach this, and they can figure it out. But somehow I feel that when it comes to you, it's like, oh no, like that's a little too messy for me. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to focus on it. I feel like even myself, I'm trying to go around about this issue that's like, I know I have to work on myself, but I don't really want to focus on the internal stuff. That's like very troublesome. It's very tedious things, and that's not you. So sword energy is, again, I feel that you have to, maybe you're being a little too critical of yourself. It can be awesome. Maybe you are, with these two first cards, it could be harsh. You could be extremely self-critical, self-harsh, and I think that's why you're going to be, whether you're forced to or not, but you're going to be indicated that you have to approach the way you talk to yourself differently, and you have to find this perspective a lot. There's a much healthier ways to talk to yourself than the way you're approaching yourself right now. But nobody can see this because that's internal energy. That's not something that you let everybody else know. Maybe you have heavy eighth house placements where I think maybe you have like Mercury in the 8th house, where you're like, I don't feel this is stuff that everybody needs to know, because 8th house or even 12th house, these are placements where you're trying not to show to the world, or you're subconsciously not aware that these are what's that word, these are self-destructive, yeah, self-destructive habits, forms of yourself, and you need to not be so negative to yourself. That's not how you're gonna progress into the path that you want if you keep talking to yourself like, maybe talk to yourself down a lot, or maybe you just have a lot of self-doubt. You're in your head space, so whenever you're ready to approach any situation externally, make sure that you're kind to yourself first, okay? So whatever transition you were going through with your transformation, that's what's being said with that. If you carry any heavy baggage internally, especially, I feel it's your mind. Your mind is weighing you down a lot in this time. Your words. Just be kind to yourself. Don't look away. Look forward. Look at yourself in the mirror and be honest with yourself. Do you really have self-sabotaging forms of talking to yourself? And with the Nine of Pentacles reverse, I feel that you have to redefine your self-worth also. And when you know how to talk to yourself in a much more kinder way, you can manifest a lot of good into your life, a lot of progress. Doesn't mean you have to progress with other people. It just means you're gonna feel so much lighter, a lot lighter about yourself. You're gonna really, I feel these are energies that you have to reinvest your energies back into you. But it's not like it's a lot of work. It's just reworking your words to yourself, reworking your ideas, reworking how you confront yourself, and what you find stability in yourself, finding better stability in yourself. And I definitely feel that you're going to, it might take you some time because it's pentacle energy, and I know you have wands and swords, but it's something like, I feel like you cut yourself down with your words, and you cut yourself down with your thoughts, and you really just bring yourself down, and then you stay there. Like you really stay there with that pentacle energy. It's like, oh well, my little rain cloud. You walk with a little rain cloud. So really figure out how you can make yourself feel worthy of yourself without putting yourself down, and put some higher self-sufficiency onto yourself. Because again, this is like a lot of reversals is just internal, but it could also be that you're not at your best place. You're a little down, so maybe you just need a little bit pepping up for this reading. If this was the last card for the Pentacles, the Lady of the Pentacles, if this was just the last card, you can tell that she is a stable card. She enjoys the fruits of her labors, but you're not enjoying that because you don't have a healthy relationship with yourself. Maybe it could be with your food. For some reason, there's I'm getting that it could be like you don't have the healthiest relationship with food. That could be it also. But yeah, really have a transformation that you're going to. Learning how to approach yourself in a different manner, in a much healthier manner. But you have to put the work. This isn't something that I'm like, oh, this is gonna happen. No, like, this is just an indication that these are the energies around you, and you have to put in some amount of work, and the rest, the universe puts it out for you. So it's a give and take. So some things that could be some pointers, because I have some little notes that I wrote. Some pointers for you, Pile One. I'm gonna go ahead. Discovering new music genre. Maybe new music genre could help you self-soothe and have less self-sabotaging ways to talk to yourself. I also feel that you could, a removal of a friend, you could remove maybe someone in your life that's not really helping you out. Someone, since sometimes I feel most of the part, I don't feel necessarily you're going to remove a friend for some people. I feel you're just going to distance yourself from them. I feel that you're going to compartmentalize them, where you know how you have your friends that you can be close with, but you have that one friend or two that is a friend, but they have mean ways where they tend to sort of attack you in some manners, not physically, but you know, in a verbal way or in a backstabbing way, but then they go back to being nice. You can just compartmentalize where you know what situations to approach them and when not to approach these people. That kind of situation where you know when and who to talk and what situation to be around them and what energies to be prepared for. And you can also be rescuing pets, animals in the streets, in the neighborhood that they come up to you. You can also be feeding them. That's still rescuing. It doesn't always have to be where you have to keep them. You can just be feeding the animals that you find across in the heat. Like there's a lot of animals that need water, so this could be also you kind of just having some self-soothing, calming ways to really just relax and enjoy yourself as a person, that you are kind and you deserve this and you can be better to yourself. I also feel you're going to be finding your own voice, but that's more so at the end of this journey. I feel this is more like step 1, step 2, step 3. So it's more like an end of a journey and joining a support group. I feel you're going to be, you can't see these, but there, a little bit you can. So that's what I feel for you, Pile 1. I really hope this resonated. Please like, subscribe, comment, or if you feel you were called to pick a different pile, go ahead. There could be a message there for you too. It doesn't always have to be one specific change. And I'll start with pile number 2. So pile number 2. Oh, and I hope you have a good day, pile 1, because I usually say that, but yeah. I hope you have a good day because you made it a good day now because I told you to. So, pile number 2. Reversal energy here too. Okay. Interesting. I wonder if some of you came from pile number 1. We have the 5 of Cups reversed, 10 of Wands reversed, and the Knight of Cups reversed. So, for the first card, we'll go with 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups. What transformation are you going to? Well, a lot of it, like pile 1, is internal energy. You're doing a lot of internal transformation first and foremost before you go in external change. So, once again, you can change this at any point in time that you want. For pile number 2, I feel that you're going to be, you're not going to be crying over spilled milk. I think any setbacks that you had is not going to be an issue. I feel you're going to just be able to move on. You're not going to dwell in the past so much. I feel like if you made any mistakes in the past or in the present, you're not going to be dwelling on them. It's not something that's you. I think you have good, or you're going to. You're going to have really healthy ways of just moving on and just getting those energies from one to the other, transformation, those kinds of stuff. I feel that you're not going to be, I feel like you're going to have lighter energy, I feel. But no one's going to see this because it's just you changing your mindset. I feel that you're slowly going to either have this or you're going to be able to just, something's going to just instantly have like a light bulb moment where you're like, wait a minute, I don't need to like focus on this. Like, I have many other things I could focus on. So I feel this is like a light bulb moment, but you're going to have a much healthier way of expressing your emotions, and you're going to be able to detach from certain things, but not take it too personally. You're going to be able to just move on. That's what I feel with this 5 of Cups. Yeah, I don't feel like you have too much issues hanging on. It could be your creative projects, it could be your emotional state of mind, it could be your friends, your lovers. You're not gonna dwell too much on this. It's like, oh well, whatever. You're not half glass you're a half glass full, not a half glass empty. There you go. Half glass full person. So that's what I feel for this with this pile. For the next card, we have the 10 of Wands reversed. So I feel that you're not going to have so many burdens on you, so many heaviness on you. You're not going to have to put the weight on your shoulders anymore. You're not going to have to push. You can see that this person's just upside down. It's just like lighter. It looks like you're just throwing it in the air, like, oh, my burdens, my worries, everything's up in the air. So I also feel that you're not going to be carrying anything. You're just going to release all your heavy energies or anything that other people put onto you, like work or relationship advice or taking care of like someone's house, like all these things that people like, hey, I need this favor, or hey, you're just going to be like, nah, like this is whatever. This is a piece of cake. I'm not going to focus too much on it. It's my how do I say it? It's not my monkeys, not my circus. It's like, maybe you can say no to all these things. It's like, they're not my worries to worry about. You can worry about that. Or if you do end up helping every now and then with favors and stuff, I feel like you don't take it to heart that it's like, oh, I didn't do that good of a job. It's like, no, it's not as tedious. Things or their favors are not going to be as heavy on you. I feel things are going to be lighter with your surroundings, and I just feel like your environment's so much lighter because you decided to have a change of mind, a mindset. I feel for this pile. You're definitely, in comparison to pile 1, I feel this is like smoother, lighter. So yeah, I definitely feel that it's just like easy going. You're going with the flow. You're not stuck in the past. You're not stuck in the present. You're just going with the waves, riding the waves. I feel that's your transformation that you see coming or that you don't see. But I feel that you see it because you're obviously here. And I'm pointing it out. But I definitely feel your energies around you are a lot like nicer to work with from your perspective. For whatever it may be, whatever standpoint in your life, it's so much lighter compared to what it was maybe like a few months ago. Sorry, I was drinking water. For the Knight of Cups reversed, I feel that you will be able to present yourself in a different manner. To yourself, first and foremost. You have that cup and you're presenting that cup to yourself. There could be some self-healing journey. I definitely feel that you cherish yourself a lot more than what you used to. Maybe people did you dirty before and you're just not about that anymore, and you learn to give yourself the self-respect and self-discipline to set those boundaries with them. And that can be a very healthy manner to deal with problems, situations with yourself. I feel that you could also have a lot of creativity inside. I think you're going to be doing a lot of creative projects too. Discovering what makes you happy and joyful, and really soothing that inner child who wants an adventure but just by themselves. It's like, oh, I'm gonna be doing like those. I feel like you're like spending like yourself some time in like a tent by yourself, and you're like, hee, we're roasting marshmallows, telling scary stories, like just me time with like maybe your pets, maybe a family member, but I definitely feel it's just me time for you. Me, myself, and I, being creative, being funny, using my, I think of SpongeBob, imagination. Yeah, I think this is what this pile gives me, just SpongeBob, rainbow, imagination, like, yeah. I don't know if that's the episode where they're selling chocolates and they're using imagination. I don't remember the episode, but I do remember just that part. Everything can be fun if you use your imagination. But yeah, a self-indulgent imagination, I feel, for this pile. you're gonna be I think you're gonna be creating yourself a much more charming personality because of that. Because you have such a lighter energy, self-expression, that people are going to be attracted to that when you do decide to turn that upside down and be external with that energy. People are going to be very attracted to that. Developing your beauty. Maybe you develop self-beauty. Beauty comes from within, so you're going to be developing your personality and your likes, and you're not going to be distracted so much with like external things, like not saying that the physical body isn't important, but you're gonna be really developing the energies inside, that your personality is just gonna be very charming, I feel, after this transformation, and people will be attracted to that. There's a light to people that are funny and charismatic. That's what I'm getting with this card. You're going to be into developing into like a butterfly. This is your cocoon phase. You're going into a butterfly. You're being charismatic. You're being funny. You're being creative, imaginative, very flow. There's a lot of flow. I feel like very Pisces. For some reason, there's a lot of Pisces in here. I know these aren't the cards, but that's what I feel with this. Maybe you could flourish with your Saturn and Pisces transit. I don't know if you have Saturn and Pisces. Pisces, sorry. But yeah, definitely if you're going to flourish with these energies. Some things that could be, I have some pointers for this pile. Okay, I got a lot, but okay, I'll take these. Oops. So, I got this for pile 1. You're gonna be discovering new music genre. That makes you happy. Finding balance, finding internal balance. This isn't finding your voice. I also feel pile 1 got this too. You're going to be able to find your voice by going within. You're going to be developing a new crush. How Piscean of you. Maybe you watch TV or something. I don't know why I keep thinking you're going to watch a TV show or a series, or just you're keeping up with your favorite band member, or like a K-pop group or something. You're just developing a crush after crush after crush. It's like, oh my god. Skateboarding. Maybe you could be of those people that aren't into like so much like being into music people. You could develop a new skill being skateboarding, or anything with wheels, like a bikes or something. Yeah, really just skating. I feel like if you are in social media, you know those people that they end up posting videos about, they look so cool. The skates, they're in skates typically. They could be this is also that part of that. They're in skates and they have really cool like lo-fi indie music or whatever, and you can hear them just kind of rolling and skating in like the sunset in the parks or something, just vibing. Or in the street, like their streets pavement. I feel this could be you too. It's like real chill, real cool. New eye prescription. So maybe you could end up having going to the eye doctor and getting yourself some contacts or lenses, and or having updated checkups, and you're like, I look nicer with these new shades or these new contacts. They could really frame your face in a different manner, or having better grades. I feel that's also another way to focus within, make yourself better. Okay, I got these 3, but discovering cultures, going outside your culture, discovering what makes it. You could be watching documentaries or watching whatever amuses you in pop culture is what's going to attract you to a different culture. I feel that you can also have better workers, better co-workers. Maybe you could work from home and you can have much pleasant interactions with co-workers. And I also feel you're going to have, if you're into the state of life, you could have increased fertility. Or you could have increased fertility with creative projects too. Whatever suits you. But yeah, pile number 2, I really hope you like this. Please like, subscribe, comment if you feel it resonated. Take what did, leave what didn't. And I'll see you in a different video. So I hope you have a good day. Make it a good day because you wanted it to be a good day, because you chose to make it a good day, not because I told you to. So pile number 3, last but not least. Ooh, okay, everybody has, okay, this is a no-brainer for everybody, but I think everyone's going internal changes this year. And yes, I shuffled the cards properly. So you have the Knight of Wands. Wait, Knight of, no, not Page of, why did I think of Knight? Page of Wands reversed. Knight of Pentacles and Knight of Swords. Why did I think it was a Knight? That's so weird. Interesting. There's a lot of Knight energy here. I know it's all internal. Yes, these are internal changes, but I definitely feel that for this pile, sorry, I had to take some water. My throat is starting to get, I feel at some point in this video, I'm scared that my throat might get scratchy, so I apologize, but I feel you're ready to perfect a skill, pile number 3. I usually feel that piles 3s are always working on something creative. Like, they're my baddies. They're my self-sufficient people, independent people, but they're always working. It's like work, but play hard. Interesting. But okay, going back to a more specific reading, the Page of Wands reverse is someone who is discovering new talents, discovering the inner potential you have. I feel like you're really going to be, when you're ready, you're going to charge ahead and you're going to be giving it all you can. Because look at these horses. Like, these horses are like still and then going, and still and then going. Like, I don't know if you can tell, but this one, the Knight of Pentacles is sort of standing still, but he looks menacing. I'm just talking about the sword, just talking about the horse itself. And then for the Knight of Swords, that horse is charging. That horse is ready to go. That horse looks happy. So this is stern, like, work hard, play hard. Work hard, play hard. So yeah, right now you don't have a horse. I mean, metaphorically speaking, you don't have a horse, but you're working on a horse. You're gonna get a horse, and then when the horse is ready to go and you discipline the horse, that horse is gonna have a lot of fun. That's what I feel with this energy. You're gonna be inspired to do a lot with yourself. You're doing a lot with your internal energy. It's like you really, like, it's like an engine that's revving up, like the vroom vroom. I think it's just revving up the engine. I'm sure there's better terminology for that if you're into mechanics of cars. Please give me the verbatim. I don't know the proper words for this, but you get what I'm trying to say. You're really, really revving up that engine. You're ready to go, but you're like, you haven't had that green flag, or like, is it the green flag or a red flag? There's a flag that goes up and down, but you haven't had the green light to go because you still need just a tiny bit more. So that's your transformation. You're ready to work on, give it your all. You're gonna work on a lot of things before you give it all you got. That's what I feel. With this pile, going back, let's just go back just a little bit. Going back to pile number, why did I say, I was going to say pile number 2, why? You might have picked pile number 2. Or you could have been attracted to pile number 2. I feel that for this pile with the Page of Wands reversed, I feel you're going to be inspired by something in your life or someone, but they're gonna make you look, for some reason I think it's a person, but it's gonna make you, because you can see this is like looking up, but once you look up to somebody, you're like, how can I channel that and put it back to myself so I can look up to myself? I want to make myself that position. I want to make myself a higher standing person in my own expertise, but I want to look cool, I want to feel good, I don't know why I want to, why do I want to be like, oh, it's such a fire sign energy here. You could have strong fire sign energy in your chart or transits, but I definitely feel there's just so much fire within. But you're just about to let it go. Like, just about to show it off to people. Just about to really, like, press on that pedal. Put the pedal to the metal. So, is it put the metal to the pedal? No, I'm pretty sure it's pedal to the metal. Yeah, I definitely feel you're such a wild card, such a free spirit. I even think of the movie. I think of the movie Spirit. Just the wild horse is just a wild energy, and I feel you're such a stallion. You're such a presence to be around. Not menacing, it's just beautiful and glorious in its power, in its abundance. It just knows where it wants to go and it charges. That's what I feel with this card. Even though it's internal energy, I really feel you know where you're going. You're really knowing how to channel all that creativity and all that positivity. I feel like you're such an uplifting person. I really feel for it's not that I feel sad or anything for these piles, but I definitely feel this one like pepped me up. It's like, boom. You just know how to lift the whole environment. You lift people up. That's what I feel with this pile. It's like, wow. I really just got happy. I mean, I'm not sad, but like, I just feel like I got so excited. I'm so excited. Like, this pile is so excited to pursue your dreams, pursue your attributes that you feel that's going to bring you stability for whatever it may be. A new friend group, maybe, but I definitely feel for this pile, it's just like, wow, super ecstatic, super excited. You're going to discover many new things about yourself and discover new lands. You're just going to charge to new destinations that you don't know, because you decided to focus on yourself first, just a bit more. Refine those, tune up those skills, refine your energies. Yeah. Is that the proper? Just make it look fancier. But yeah, your potential's limitless. Your potential's abundant. It's just, the sky's the limit. For the next card, we have the Knight of Pentacles. With the Knight of Pentacles, I feel that it's going to bring you success. There's rewards. I think people will be admiring you from maybe a distance at first, but I definitely feel that you're going to be admired for all your hard work. You're putting yourself into routines, giving yourself that self-discipline to really charge forward and to really look at yourself within. And you know that you're not quite the king yet, but you're a knight. So you know you got the hang of something, but you can do better in your own terms, and you can feel yourself more attractive to yourself. Attractive does not always mean a physical attractiveness. It's just attractive as a suitor, as a worker, as a person. Like, if you had to look at a resume, oh, this resume looks so attractive. This is someone that looks plenty and bountiful and who's really self-sufficient. People like that. That's some form of attractiveness. So I definitely feel that with this card, you're super productive. You're hardworking, and you're basically training your horse. Like I said at first, it's like no horse. You have a horse, and then that horse is wild because you know how to train that horse, and you let that horse do its thing, and you're happy. You're having a lot of fun. So right now you're going to be doing like a lot of discipline, but it's not heavy. It's kind of fun for you to really do these routines, and it really provides you some form of relief to know that you're going to get what you want out of it. It's just putting that extra effort, and I feel that you're really teaching your horse how to communicate with yourself better, how to communicate with others better, and perfecting that skill, ready to show off that message onto the world. And once you're ready to take off to your journey, your destination, you're gonna take full on charge, like the next card, the Knight of Swords. and you're gonna have such an attractive voice. I feel like you're gonna have you could have an attractive voice. That's your transformation also, but you're gonna know how to talk to. I feel like you just know how to advertise yourself. You're gonna know how to advertise your services to others. You're gonna attract a crowd, people that want to support you, people that love to hear about you and what you do, because they think you have it. You just got it. You're the it person. At the end of the journey that you have for your transformation, I feel like, where you're going, how you're going. I feel such an Aries energy. I feel it's just charging, just ready to go. So ecstatic, so full of life, full of new energy, I feel. Ambitious. I didn't think of that word. I think you could be ambitious. Of course, it's internalized right now, but I feel like you have tunnel vision. You see with a goal, you go for the goal, and you don't stop at anything once you have everything at your disposal. So I definitely feel that it could be, once you get there, you could be a little tired. You can have a little break. That's totally fine. But right now, these are the energies you're cultivating, and I feel that you are really driven, and you're going to be successful at the end of your journey. And yeah, just such an action-oriented, like, oh my god, I'm so pepped up. Yeah, very action-oriented pile. So I have some supporting note cards. What topics some of you might be understanding through your journey. So, oops, sorry. Okay. I'm gonna try to center them. You could possibly learn a new language on the way, or something that's what's really driving the force. Maybe you want to move somewhere else and just learn a new language, or just know how to talk a different language. I always say communicating is great. Why not learn an extra language? It's always useful. You never know who you could be talking to at some point in your life. Learning a language is great. The more people you talk to, the better. You could have new location community. I definitely feel for this one. Maybe you could move elsewhere and they speak a different language than what you're used to, or the several languages you're used to hearing around your country, your state, or I'm trying to think of other countries that have municipalities, communities, towns, whatever you refer to your location. I definitely feel you're going to look elsewhere and you're going to learn a lot. And I feel like you're learning a lot about yourself like this. You can have increasing joy. Yeah, I definitely feel like you are such a happy person because you're learning new exciting things about yourself and others. You could develop more crushes. Maybe you have more crushes on your transformation. Maybe looking into a different community and you end up looking elsewhere. Like once you move to this location and you learn everything about them and you learn their language and you learn to assimilate, I feel that they could develop crushes on you because you're such a catch. I mean, I feel like you have so much to give, so much to offer to the world. You could also be finding balance at this moment in time or in the future. Really balancing your life inside out. You could have a new hobby. Yeah, I feel like you could be developing new hobbies. A new bike. Interesting. I feel like maybe you move into locations that doesn't require you much for you to actually use transportation of a vehicle for. You could be using like trains, bikes, scooters, easy modes of access of transportation. Maybe a big city, maybe a country like, I don't know, like big cities like maybe New York, for example, LA. Although LA kind of sounds like they need transportation, but there's still, easy access to transportation. Canada, I feel that even Scandinavia has a lot of like bikes. Amsterdam has a lot of bikes too, so that's what I think it's. I think it's Norway. Is it Norway? I think it's Norway. Um, if you're looking for like southern areas, I'm thinking of also like Brazil. I'm thinking of Brazil as in the Caribbean too. Small locations that just having a bike is just fine. These kinds of locations, and you could also maybe be going under surgery. If you're going, maybe you could be doing some type of plastic surgery in these locations, and that's when you gotta have downtime before you head out. Or you could have a surgery that's necessary at this moment. Again, take what resonates on these options, but and that's why you kind of need to rest. Maybe it's like for medical purposes, whatever surgery it may be. Maybe it's like dental surgery or knee surgery because something had accidents, or hand surgery, things like that. It's not always plastic surgery. That's like for like for vanity reasons. But yeah, I really hope that you like this pile number 3. Please like, subscribe, comment if you feel that it resonated. It really helps me out a lot. It means a lot to me too that you listen to me. And if you guys stuck around for the end of the video and listened to all 3 piles and decided which one was the one that you resonate with, thank you. It was a long video this time. I'm surprised. I never go this long. So thank you so much, everybody, and I hope you have a good day, pile number 3. Because I told you, not because, wow, because I told you. Because you made it a good day, not because I told you to, and I forced it upon you. So make it a good day because you decided to put the effort in and do all that jazz. So yeah, thank you, pile number 3. It was really fun reading for you, and I hope you enjoyed it. So yeah, I'll see you in a different video. Bye, guys.